what I keep hearing in the spirit is universal language. And I've shared that with people and they are like, oh, you're talking about universalism. No. I'm talking about a language of humanity, a language of creation, the language of God. It stretches way beyond Christianity. We've reduced it. We think Christians hold the monopoly on God. Christians don't hold the monopoly on God. All of creation is after the same thing. And we've brought that forth through our cultures and through our languages, our different ones. And it all sounds different, but it's all the same. It's all in pursuit of the same. And I think that's very important to understand. In December, I hit this shift and I knew it was a monumental shift in life. I've been through a couple of these before and I recognized it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm getting messed with on a foundational level right now. Things are changing. I had a 2-week vacation. I was going to do these podcasts. I was going to finish this one book I've been working on. I was going to knock it out. But then I was surrounded by family. I had the grandkid the whole time. And so the 2 weeks didn't go like I thought it would. I got nothing done. But it allowed me to breathe a second. And in breathing, I saw something that was huge. And that was the language of my heart and the language of my mouth weren't in alignment. The language of my mouth, the way I was articulating my heart, was a Christian language. And not that that's bad. It's not bad. It reaches people. But that wasn't the language that my heart was speaking. The language of my heart was speaking a universal language that reaches beyond religious borders. The language of creation, the language of God, the language of humanity, the language that speaks to all of humanity, not just Christians. And I think back about some of my podcasts, some of my books. People on the outside would never understand what I'm talking about because I'm speaking this Christian language. And that's not what it's not where my heart's at. And man, things started to unravel. And I saw, wait a second. All of humanity is included in this conversation. This is not a Christian conversation that God is having. It's not a Muslim conversation. It's not a New Age conversation. This is a conversation that God is having with all of humanity, not just the religion that you associate with or grew up in. All of humanity is involved in this conversation. And that changes a lot. And all of humanity is after the same truth. All of humanity. And all of humanity has done its best to define what they're seeing. And some of it's distorted and some of it's not. But what's it look like to understand that? And to understand your Buddhist friends, your New Age friends, your quantum friends, your Muslim friends, your Islamic friends, and yes, your Christian friends are all seeking the same God. They're all seeking this. Nobody wants to believe a lie. They're all seeking the same. Some of them were born into whatever they have latched onto. Just like Christians are born into Christianity. A lot of them are. And they latch on simply because it's all they've ever known. And they're told this is God breathed. And they're told that this is the way. But what happens for a person that's born into, let's say, a Muslim family, and they have their set of sacred scriptures that say that it is God breathed and it is the only way? What do you do with that? You both have been told the same thing about something you were born into. It is ingrained in you. And where the distortion comes in, it's like now it's about religions. It's become one religion against another. That's all it is. But what if we crossed borders and started speaking about a father instead of about a religion. Instead of converting people into Christianity, I sit down with an Islamic or a Muslim and we start sharing about the goodness of God that we experience in our everyday lives. I bet we would find a whole lot more common ground. That's where the heart of the Father is found. Not in doctrine, not in religious debates, not in theology. It's not found in any of that. It's found in everyday experience. Bro, some of the most shifting times in my life has come because I recognized the God that I was experiencing, not the God that I was taught. That's how I came to even love people, is because I came to this spot where it was like, if God never treats me this way, when I was knowingly doing what I wasn't supposed to do, why do I think he would treat any other person that way? Why would he bring condemnation on them? He didn't bring condemnation on me. And that allowed me to start seeing humanity as we're in the same boat. God's treating them the same way he's treating me in my junk. And so what's it look like to go to Islamics, Muslims, New Agers, whatever it may be, Christians, and meet them on a level of, man, the Father is so good, not on a religious level, not on a level that tries to convert them into a Christianity or Islam or Muslim, whatever. I think we'd have more rooted relationships, and then come to find more people getting rooted into a father, not into a religion. It's like, oh, we've converted 500,000 Iranians into Christianity. Yay! You took them out of one distortion into another. You brought them into the religion of separation. Good job. Now they have other stuff to work through. But if you take that off the table and you just meet them with the Father, you don't have to worry about any of that other stuff. You don't have to worry about conversion numbers. You don't have to worry about if it's a Christian nation or a Muslim nation. It doesn't matter. We all know the same Father now. And so think about this. We are all made in the image and likeness of God. All of us, every single person on this earth today is made in the image and likeness of God. Not just the groups of people that you are associated with or that you resonate with. No, we are all made in the image and likeness of God, all of humanity. And that speaks volumes, because that shows us that we are all in this together. There's no separation. We are all in this together. If Christ did anything, he brought the family back together. He made all things new. He restored everything. He brought the family back together. There is no longer Jew nor Gentile. No longer inside and outside. We are all of the same. And when we understand that, we realize how interconnected we really are. That when I see an atheist or a Muslim, when I see a Christian or a New Ager, I'm seeing a brother and sister. I'm seeing another human who is made in the same image and likeness of God as I am. We got to take separation off the table. We have to quit looking at it as it's us against them and them against us. That never gets us anywhere. I don't know. So many people, privately and publicly, are coming at me trying to bite right now. You're delusional. You have no regard for the Christian faith. You have no regard for the Bible. Like I'm getting that left and right. I have so many messages in private that I'm like, I don't know that I'm ready to even look at those yet. But all because the Islamic community has invited our community, the city of Tulsa and Broken Arrow, to come and sit with them, to show them, hey, we are part of you. We love you. We love this community. And we want you first to meet us, but we also want to hear your fears. We want to hear your concerns, and we want to have discussions about these things. What is wrong with going and sit with those people? I honestly see Jesus doing the same thing. But man, it has stirred up so much for me simply saying that we're going to go sit with these people. And I get it. I get where the fear comes from. I 100% get it. But at what point do we break cycles of hatred and fear and distortion? At what point somebody's got to say, I'll cross the border. Enough with the Hatfield and McCoys. I'm going to be the 13-year-old kid that sees on the other side another 13-year-old kid and is like, oh, I want to go play with that kid. And there begins the reconciliation. I think that's what we're about. I think that's our ministry, bro, is the ministry of reconciliation. If I'm not mistaken, that's a pretty big part of it. Kings and Priests Podcast is the ministry of Urban Eden Community. To purchase the book, The New Creation, to get more resources, or to visit our weekly gatherings in Tulsa, Oklahoma, visit the website urbanedencmty.com.